Here we go.
When I first,
Shit.
where are you? Oh, that's a good way to start a video. That is a great way to start a video.
Oh
Look at
God,
that.
Wait, oh shit, oh no.
It can take a lot of damage, but
Nice.
oh, look at that. Alright, come on. Well, where have I been the past 4 days? I would say this started all a week ago. A week and a half ago, if you want to count the 4 days extra. So this started a week and a half ago. I was feeling this pain in my lower right of my belly button. It was kind of a pain. It wasn't a bad pain, but it was a pain that was there. And this pain also had pain that traveled from there to my, how can I say this and keep it PG at the same time? Let's say the magic stick. We're just gonna say the magic stick. I don't know what to call it. All right. So the pain was traveling from my lower right belly button to the magic stick. I may change it to something else later on in the story. So a week went by. I thought it was the water that was in my house because it was a little bit rusty, the sink water. So I thought it was the water. So I stopped drinking the house water after 2 days after finding that out. But yeah, so after like a good 4 days of feeling that pain, I told my mom about it. And let's go to the counter. I told my mom about it. She took me to the hospital. She took me to the first, well, I should say the second building of University of Chicago. It's a little building, like emergency care building, and then there's the main building. So she took me to the second building, the smaller building first, and they did a CAT scan on me, and it turns out that I had a UTI infection in my appendix. So that day, this is where it all started. This is where nobody seen me online for a good few days. So they kept me for those 4 days. They took me. The first day I was in the second building still. They did the CAT scan. I was there. I was waiting for a room in the main building. So then after, I say day 2, they moved me to the main building. This is where I also had the surgery. This was the day before Easter. So this was Saturday. Saturday I had the surgery. And well, before even I had the surgery, the doctor came in and explained how I had a UTI and all the bad things that came with it. If I was like, what would happen if I was too late to come to the hospital? Like, one of the things he said was, if I didn't tell my mom what was going on with me, and I had, if it would have got worse, it would have exploded in me. I would have been throwing up, and I could have passed away from it. And so when I heard that news that I could have passed away, I just started crying like, oh my God, you don't even know. Like, I cried like 4 or 5 times that day. So I asked the doctor, what can we do to not make that happen? And he said, we would need to go take you to surgery like as soon as possible. And I had my doctor, I don't know if it's okay to put his name in the video, but we're just gonna say my doctor, he was available the next day, so this was like day 2 still. And he took me into a different room in the main hospital now. And we got prepped for surgery. I pretty much got stripped down. They put me in another bed, took me to the room where they was gonna do the surgery in. They put the medicine in me. I fall asleep. I wake up. I have 3 holes in me. I have one on my far left. I have one in my belly button, and I have one on my far right side. After the surgery, I went back to my room with this other gentleman. I think he had the same surgery. Here, before we go any further, I cannot find that top that you have. Where did you get that top?
I don't know. The clothing store isn't working for me at the moment. It's like not available, so I have no idea. I can't.
Did they take it out?
No, they shouldn't have. I was looking at the review shit earlier today.
Wait, oh my god. It was the first option.
Story.
I got it. I found it.
You better pick a different color than me.
I might. Let's see what other options they got.
They have other nice ones. It's just I like this.
Okay, here's the one that you got. I don't know why I bought it. White and red. My YouTube colors. Alright, so where was I? I went back in my room after the surgery. I'm sitting in there. They booked a private room for me. I had my own room. And they had to move me to a private room so that way other people can have space and have space in their room, and also I have time to recover from the surgery. So I spent I think it was 2 days in the private room. I couldn't move really. My stomach was hurting really badly. I couldn't really move. My sides were hurting. My left, well, I should say my first stitch that I had on the far left side of me was hurting more than the others, and so I couldn't move. Everything was hurting, and they gave me medicine the past couple of days. They gave me medicine on and off for the pain. I barely ate. I only ate like little things, soft foods and stuff like that. Excuse me. I was hiccuping a little bit and it kind of hurts. So, I barely ate. My chest was hurting. My chest was hurting mainly because I had gas from the surgery. I still had air and gas from the surgery inside my chest and my stomach, so I had to burp or pretty much pass gas to get that gas out of me. So I pretty much got that out of me the day I had to leave, which was Sunday. It was Easter. So I did spend only 1 day, and yeah, I spent 1 day in a private room after the surgery, and then I left on Easter. Yeah, and so all that gas got out of me, so I can breathe better. I don't have any pain, that much pain in my stomach like I used to. I can move, I can turn over. So the day we was about to leave, I also had family members visit throughout those days. I had my aunties visit and stuff like that. So Easter come, I got discharged, leaving at I think 12 in the afternoon Easter Sunday. So we left. I was heading home after the surgery, after staying there for an extra day, and doing a little bit better. I'm going home. My mom's driving me home, and when I got home, this was yesterday, I think. Yeah, yesterday I got home, and I was chilling on the in a party on the game. They only been on the game for like a good 4 hours, and whatever. So I was talking to my friend Goku. After that, I realized there was something wrong with my downstairs, if you know what I mean. Like, that's when I went back. My mom took me back to the hospital. This was around like 1 o'clock in the morning, I think, today. And we spent 4 hours, 4 or 5 hours in the emergency room. And they did an ultrasound down there, and it turns out that it's a normal thing that happens after having after having a appendix removal surgery. So it happens, and they said that the swelling will go down over time. And so fast forward, it's 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm leaving the emergency room and heading back home. I stopped at Burger King, stopped at a few other places, got some soft foods to eat other than a Whopper. And I know I'm not supposed to.
Surgery, huh?
Yeah, I know it's
Really?
it's not something I should be eating, but you know, I love my Whoppers, and I love my Whoppers. And I got some fries. I got an Italian icy. It was a huge cup of like Italian icy. I thought it would be like a small like little cup, but no, it was in a like regular plastic cup, and it was a lot. And so fast forward Monday, 1 o'clock and 1:56 in the afternoon right now. I'm feeling kinda okay. I'm feeling alright. Feeling better than I did before. Everything's okay except for, you know, my first stitch. My first stitches that I got on my left side. That hurts whenever I try to get up and move. But I can bear that. My stomach hurts just a little bit. But that's the muscles on my right side that they had to cut through to get to my appendix and remove it. So of course my muscles in my stomach is gonna hurt. What else? I haven't been feeling dizzy. They should be sending the pills. My mom is gonna go get some pills. Other than that, I'm feeling alright. I'm bearing the pain just a little bit. And yeah, that's where I've been the past 4 days. And that's what I've been going through the past week and a half. I'm really like happy that I took this to my mom before it got worse. And I would have been in much more pain, and it would have been way much serious if I didn't tell her about it. I have so many people to thank that support me and prayed for me while I'm going through my surgery, and yeah, now we're here.
I'm glad you're back. I definitely missed you. Are you done with your outfit yet?
Almost. I was kind of like in the middle of a story. I wasn't really like focused. I was trying to focus on the details and the story more than picking an outfit. But right now I'm flipping through them, trying to hurry this up. I wonder if that big ass shadow. Wow. Look at that. That big ass thing just staring at me. You better stop before
Shit,
you close the store.
I was trying to fucking lock you in with the nose, but it's too big. And I may or may not have scratched your car, which that one was like.
Ah, damn.
Let's see.
There you go. You done? You done? You
Almost.
done?
Almost.
Almost. I'm gonna let you finish with that.
Shit. No. No. Behave. Behave. No. Shit. I'm tipping.
Mm-hmm.
No.
I wonder why.